Hello everyone, I'm Captain James Pogue of the Marion County Sheriff's Office. The video you are about to watch is from a Board of County Commission meeting on March the 4th, 2014, where Carl Crabtree is inquiring about the 2011-2012 Sheriff's Office budget under the previous administration. You will hear accusations that Sheriff Blair fraudulently relieves himself of that reimbursement responsibility from the Communications Center.
Yes, sir, Mr. Crabtree.
Carl Crabtree again. I'd like to ask a question for clarification if I could.
I'll try to answer.
In the past, prior to this year, the county commission, through the taxing mechanisms we have, was providing money to the sheriff's department for their part of the communications center. Am I correct in that?
One more time. So the county commission was providing
Money
for
to
the
fund the
communication system.
sheriff's expenses in relation to the communications center.
There was a lot of detail in that. So Commissioner Bryant, do you
Well,
have?
it actually steps, Stuart, it's just
The
so
county's
make sure
taking
that I
that
get it right.
over.
The county,
Or the county,
I understand
at
that.
our
but
consolidation, and then as it steps down, then everybody has to pay their proportionate share.
basically the sheriff was supposed to pay it and he did.
That's what I was coming to. The county
That's
was
correct.
providing tax money for the sheriff's department to pay expenses having to do with the communications center. The sheriff in the past paid those expenses.
Correct.
As of Mr. Blair taking his office, he decided not to pay those expenses. However, the county did not cut his budget.
I believe Mr. Crabtree is trying to point out is that the sheriff's budget request that in years past included the sheriff's function for public safety communications
Correct.
is still in the same amount and does not include the function for public safety communications. That amount now is being transferred out of the MS2 for law enforcement over and above function was removed from his budget.
That's the bottom line. That last sentence sums up everything that I'm trying to arrive at. At some point in time, this community is going to have a serious, truthful discussion, not the propaganda that's coming out of the sheriff's department, but we've got to have a truthful discussion. We're looking at a situation already where he's saying he's got to have 100 new deputies, not because the crime rate is going through the roof, but because the other counties have it. Now we learn that he's got to have another 60 correction officers, that he has closed 2 pods and created what appears to be an overcrowding situation. That's going to be taken care of for you and for all of the citizens of Marion County by a judge. We're being set up, people. We're being set up. We need to shut down the sheriff's propaganda machine and have an open conversation for this community. Tell them the freaking truth. And we're not getting it now. But we sure need it. But it's going to come back and it's going to bite us big time.
In an effort to prevent this untruthful propaganda that went on for 11 minutes from spreading throughout our community, we're setting the record straight. Provided is a document showing that $2.3 million was in fact deducted from the Marion County Sheriff's Office budget to fund the Communications Center. A truthful conversation would be that Sheriff Blair did not shut down 2 pods in the jail. That was the previous administration. However, we are unable to open another pod to relieve the overcrowding issue due to a lack of manpower. This is supported by 2 independent studies, the Florida Sheriff's Association and the Department of Justice. We do need more deputy sheriffs and corrections officers. Despite a lower overall crime rate, our population has increased along with our calls for service. In this same document by the previous administration, Ed Dean, he noted a $3.5 million reduction in his proposed budget for the 2011-2012 fiscal year. He also mentions the need for vehicle replacement, and to quote Ed Dean, "We have stretched the organization as far as we can without jeopardizing citizen or officer safety." Since that letter was written in May of 2011, the Marion County Sheriff's Office has had to reduce its budget by another $1 million, and we still have not received any funding for vehicle replacement. What is so discouraging about this video is the us and them mentality. It really should be our Board of County Commission, our Marion County Sheriff's Office, and our community, not us against them.